Hello everyone. Students, today we will do Act 2, Scene 2 of drama The Merchant of Venice from page number 58 to 76. Page number 58 and 59. Act 2, Scene 2. This scene has been set in a street of Venice. Lancelot enters. And student, what we see over here, that Lancelot is talking with himself. He is having an inner struggle. His inner voice, the good voice, which is called a conscience, and the bad voice, which is called a devil. So his good voice, the good inner voice, it is advising him not to leave the service of Shylock and continue working with him. And his good inner voice is giving him the advice that he should not leave the service of Shylock because he is the son of a good, honest woman and honest man. And he is also an honest person. On the other hand, the bad inner voice, the devil, is tempting him to leave and run away. Then Lancelot says to his inner voice, conscience, that you are giving me a good advice, but your advice is very strict because if I continue working for Shylock, I will be working for a devil. Then he says to the devil that you are giving me more friendly advice. And I think I will take your advice because working for Shylock means that he is serving a devil. So he will run away and he says, at my feet, I am commanding you that you run as far away from Shylock. And as he was having this struggle with himself, talking with himself, enter old Gobbo and he is carrying a basket. He says to Lancelot that, young master, please tell me, I request you, please tell me, give me the directions to Master Jew's house. Lancelot, he moves aside and he says that, oh heavens, this is my father and he has not been able to recognize me because he is almost blind, or we can say that he is more than half blind. He is completely blind. So I will just try to confuse him. Then Gobbo again says to Lancelot that, master, young master, please tell me, I request you, just give me the direction to the house of Shylock the Jew. Page number 62. Then Lancelot gives direction for Shylock's house to old Gobbo. He says to Gobbo that you have to take right turn at the next turning. Then at the next turning, you have to turn to your left. And I swear by blessed Mary that at the very next turning, you do not have to turn anywhere, but you will turn directly into the house of Jews. Then Gobbo says, by God's saints, that by the saints of God, this is a very difficult path to follow. That, but can you tell me one thing? That whether certain Lancelot, who lives with the Jew, still lives with him or not? Then Lancelot says, are you talking about young Master Lancelot? Then he moves aside and says, just look at me now, that how I am going to bring tears into his eyes. Then aloud he says to old Gobbo, are you talking about young Master Lancelot? Gobbo says that do not call him master. He is a son of a poor man. His father, even though I am saying this, he is very poor, but still he is very honest man. And I thank God that he leads a very good life. Then Lancelot says, well, let his father, whatever he is, we are just talking about here, about young Lancelot. Then Gobbo says, yes, sir, your young friend Lancelot. Then Lancelot says, I will ask you therefore, old gentleman, are you really referring to young Master Lancelot? Then Gobbo says, yes, to Lancelot. If it pleases you, sir, please tell me about him. Then Lancelot says, therefore you are referring to Master Lancelot? So you do not speak about Master Lancelot, old gentleman, the young man, according to, we can say that according to faith or destiny, or such things, or the three branches of ancient Greeks, or such type of ancient learning, branches of learning, he is dead. Or in other words, simple words, we can say that he has gone to heaven. Page number 64. As Lancelot says to Gobbo that young Master Lancelot is dead, Gobbo becomes shocked and he says that by Virgin Mary, God may stop this from happening. The boy was his only support for his old age. Lancelot, he moves aside and he says that does he look like a staff, a stick, or a post supporting a shed? Do I look like a staff? Please, haven't you recognized me, father? He speaks loudly to old Gobbo and says that haven't you recognized me? And Gobbo, he just says to Lancelot that please, alas the day. I do not know who you are, but please tell me about my son. May God give him the peace. Is he dead or alive? Then Lancelot again says to old Gobbo that haven't you recognized me, father? Gobbo says that I am sand blind. I am half blind. I am not able to recognize you. Then Lancelot says, no, indeed. Even if you had a good eyesight, you might not be able to recognize me because it is a wise father who recognizes his child. Well, old man, I will give you news of your son. You have to give me a blessing. And he kneels down in front of old Gobbo and says that truth has to reveal itself because murder cannot be kept hidden for a long. A man's sons may hide things, but in the end, the truth will be revealed. Then Gobbo says to Lancelot, please get up. I am very sure that you are not my son, Lancelot Gobbo. Then Lancelot says, please, father, let us not fool each other anymore. So now let us stop the fooling. Now give me your blessing. And I am Lancelot, who is your son, who was your son, who is your son, and who is always going to remain your son. Gobbo says, no, no, I do not think that you are my son. Then Lancelot says, I do not know what to say about that. I do not know what should I make, what you have said that I am not your son. I am Lancelot. I am serving the Jew. I am the servant of the Jew, and I know that Marjorie, your wife, is my mother. Page number 66. Gobbo says, her name is really Marjorie, and I can swear that if you are Lancelot, you are really my son. And he just feels the face of Lancelot and he says that may the Lord be praised. What a beard you have. You have grown such a beard that you have more hair on your face than the Dobbin my Phil horse has on its tail. Then Lancelot says, getting up, he says, it seems that that Dobbin's tail is growing less. For I am sure that when I seen him last, he had more hair on his tail than I have on my face. Then Gobbo says, Lord, you have completely changed. Just look how you and your master get along. And I have brought a present for him. Do you agree to it that I give it to him? Lancelot said, as far as I am concerned, I have decided to leave the job of Shylock, and I will not rest till I have put some distance between us. My master is a Jew in every sense, he is a Jew. Give him a present, give him a rope. If you want to give him a present, then give him a rope so that he could hang himself. I was always hungry in his service. I was not given enough food to eat. And you can even feel with your finger every rib in my body. You can feel the ribs with your finger. And father, I am glad that you have come. If you want to give this present, give it to Bassanio, and who gives the new uniforms to his servants. And if I cannot serve him, I will run away until the boundary of God's earth. I will run to the end of the earth. How very fortunate. Here he comes, the gentleman. So you go to him, father, and just, for I will be a Jew. Go to him and give the gift to him because I will also become a Jew if I go on serving Jew any longer. And then enter Bassanio with Leonardo and the other followers. Bassanio is saying to his servant that you may do so, but it has to be fast so that the supper is ready latest by 5 o'clock. And even see that these letters are delivered and even place orders for the uniforms of the servant. And you must request Bassanio to come immediately to my house. And the servant goes away. Page number 68. Lancelot, he is pushing his father towards Bassanio and says that, go to him, father. Then old Gobbo says to Bassanio that God bless you, sir. And Bassanio says, thank you, and may God's mercy be on you. Do you want anything from me? Gobbo says, here, yeah, this is my son, a poor boy. And as he says, Lancelot interferes and says that, not a poor boy, sir, but a servant of a rich Jew. And he wishes, sir, and my father will tell you. Then Gobbo says, he is very keen, sir, to serve you, as might say. And again he is interrupted by Lancelot and Lancelot says, the long and short of it is that I am in the service of the Jew and wish my father will tell you about my wish. Then Gobbo says his master and he is hardly they get along together. Then Lancelot says, again he interrupts and says, in short, the truth is that the Jew has done injustices to me. He has done lot of injustice to me, and he has caused, as my father will tell you about this. Then Gobbo says that he has brought a dish of doves for him, and he would like to give to Bassanio. And my request is, as he says this, Lancelot again interrupts and says, in short, his request is concerning me. That in short, he wants to say that the request which his father is going to make, it is about Lancelot, and your honor will come to know about it from this honest old man. And although I am his son, he says, he is my father, though old and poor. Then Bassanio says, let one of you speak, and what do you want? Page number 70. Lancelot says, to serve you, sir, that I want to work for you, sir. This is the whole matter of the request, says old Gobbo to Bassanio. Then Bassanio says that I know you well, Lancelot, I know you quite well. And I just say yes to what request you have made. I agree to that. Your master Shylock has spoken about you today and he has recommended you. And if you think that it is a promotion for you to work for a poor man like me, leaving the service of a rich Jew, Shylock, then you are most welcome. Then Lancelot says that the old proverb is applicable, suits both of you well. Both of you means Shylock and Bassanio both, because Shylock is blessed with lot of wealth and you have got the lot of God's blessing. Bassanio says that you speak well, father and son, go and take leave of your old master and then find the way to my house. And then he says to his followers that give new uniform to Lancelot, but his uniform should be more decorated than the others, and make sure that it is done on time. Then Lancelot says, father, come along. You said that I will never be able to get a job for myself, that I will not be able to speak for myself. And no other man in Italy has more fortunate palm than me. Then he says that he is going to marry 15 times, 11 widows and 9 virgins, and he will be saved from drowning 3 times, and there will be a danger from a featherbed when he falls from it. These are all small escapes. And if fortune is a woman, she will be good at this kind of fortune telling. And he says, father, let us go and let us take leave from the Jew immediately, quickly, in a short while. Page number 72. Bassanio says to Leonardo that I request you, think about this. When you have bought the things and packed them properly, come back quickly, for we are having a dinner tonight with his close friends. So please hurry up. Then Leonardo said that I will do my best in this matter. And then Bassanio enters and Bassanio says to Bassanio that Leonardo, that where is your master? Then Leonardo says that he is walking over there, sir. And Leonardo goes away from them. Bassanio calls out to Bassanio, and Bassanio comes to Bassanio. And Bassanio says to Bassanio that he needs a favor from him, that I have to ask a favor from you. Bassanio says that it is already been granted. He will already said yes. Bassanio says that you must not say no to me because I want to come with you to Balmain. Then Bassanio says that you will accompany me, but listen, Bassanio, you are uncontrollable, rough, and blunt. You speak very rudely. So these things are tolerated by your friends, and these are not considered as your faults because we know you. But where the people do not know you, it seems like that these are faults. So I request you to control your wild spirits by putting up a modest temper, that you must just control your spirit. Otherwise, your wild behavior may be misunderstood in the place where we are going, and it would shatter my hopes. He will not be able to get what he hopes for. Then Bassanio says that Lord Bassanio, just listen to me. If I do not behave modestly and talk with politeness, and I am not even going to swear, and I will carry a prayer book in my pocket, and I will even look modest in my outlook. Even by looking at him, you will say that he is a very modest person. So do not trust me again. Page number 74. Gassanio further continues that while he will say the prayer before the meal, he will close his eyes by putting a hat in front, and he will say Amin loudly, and he will be using all the manners of a civilized society, and he will observe the manners as one person who has been trying to please his grandmother. And if you do not follow these things, so do not trust him again. Then Bassanio says, okay, we will see what type of behavior you do. Bassanio says, no, no, I shall be excused tonight. You must not judge me by what he will do tonight. Then Bassanio says, no, no, it would be a pity to do that, because I request you to be at your happiest mood, for the dinner party has been arranged with the purpose of entertaining the friends. Then Bassanio says, no, now I must join Lorenzo and the others, but we will see you at supper time. And they go away from there. Student, we have completed Act 2, Scene 2. Student, try to do the questions given in the workbook and read regularly treasure trove, poems and short stories plus drama.